Hello everyone, here is Calgary Real Estate Advantage with Simona and Wes. Wes, I have some questions for you. When do you think it is the most important and appropriate time to sell your house?
So, kind of a lot to unpack in that question there. There's a few different things. So, one of the things that I'll talk about is just seasonal trends with real estate. So, typically, when the snow melts and we're into spring, that's usually when most people will get, they'll do their spring cleaning, they'll get ready for sale, and that's when they decide to kind of make their move. So, at that point is usually when the most listings kind of come on the market. Traditionally, and now it's been anything but typical the last few years, but typically things slow down in the summer as well. So, people are on vacation, they're not thinking about selling, and a lot of people have already made their move. The fall is also a good time. I'd suggest the spring more than the fall because there's just, as you're heading into winter, as soon as it snows, a lot of buyers kind of, do I really want to go out minus 30-degree weather and look at houses unless they're really motivated? Now, one of the things that I've really keyed in on, a lot in my real estate career is that if you list when spring hits, you're dealing with the most amount of competition, but you're probably dealing with the most amount of buyers in the market as well. But one of the things that I've kind of keyed in on is letting my clients know and getting to them early, January, and saying, look, if you can get on the market before the spring hits. There's not a lot of inventory, and there's usually a certain number of buyers there. And with the inventory levels down, it gets a little bit panicky. In the last 4 or 5 years, we've really seen that's where the market really starts to take off. You see multiple offers because there's a decent number of buyers out there that are looking to buy and just not a lot of inventory. And I've had a lot of luck with clients that way.
Yeah, so if someone wants to sell the house, for example, they want to buy a new home. So you are right. So you can start on January or February to take a look on the market, and when the spring is here, they are ready to sell.
And exactly, and so that's one of the things that's kind of nice too, is if they are in a buy and a sell situation, if you can get their place on the market kind of towards the, let's say February, sell it by the end of February, and then they'll have the most selection with everything kind of coming on. And the sell-buy process is kind of the stickiest in our business because people are a little bit worried. I don't want to have 2 mortgages. I don't want to be, kind of that kind of stress. But if you play the market right, you can really kind of capitalize on that as well.
One more question for you, Wes. It's like a challenge. What advice you have for the people who they really want to buy a new house, but they have to sell their place and they are afraid being homeless?
Yeah, and so with that one there, and again, you really have to kind of be on it with the market trends and just kind of where the market is at. I know I've been advising a lot of people as long as their risk tolerance kind of allows for that, because people usually can't qualify for 2 mortgages, is getting your place on the market, making sure that you get a long possession, so a 90-day possession, and that gives you a good 3 months to really be looking at places. And again, if you can time it out with the market where you're on early with your sale, but you can catch the most number of listings in the spring, that's probably going to be the optimum time. Now, the other thing that I've really kind of said to people too is that depending on what place they are selling, if it's in that part of the market that has a really low months of supply, you may be in a position where you can go out and buy a place first, so you can wait and see,
Definitely.
what you want to buy. And when you find something that you want to buy, put an offer in on that, 90-day possession on that, and then as long as your place is ready to sell, so you get a home stager in there, you get the pictures ready to go. So as soon as you've got a firm deal on the purchase, you can get your place up in a day or 2 and get it sold right away.
Okay, so we are here to help you.
Yeah, so give us a call if you've got any real estate needs this year.
Thank you for watching.